Ladies in red. Ladies in red. Ladies in red. Discuss the latest news, just fans giving their views. This channel is red. They see the bar and raise it, plus they rep for the ladies. Trust it's red. Female voices in football. Red. If you want to talk up, it's a red channel for me and you. Subscribe and tune into the Ladies in Red.
Hi guys, welcome back to Ladies in Red. We are smiling. We've finally got our first bit of silverware under Ten Hag. I don't know what we were worried about, Zeo. What are you thinking?
Walk in the park, mate. Walk in the absolute park in the dark. We got the spark.
I'm actually like, I said this to you, just normally I'll be like, oh, it's a Carabao Cup, it's a Mickey Mouse Cup, but I'll take anything at the minute. I'm buzzing. The performance, solid, and I'm sure we'll get into it in a minute. Certain personnel stepping up yet again. Ten Hag obviously getting his first trophy, seeing him dancing at the end with Anthony and Martinez. Just that clip's going to be on repeat for me all night. I think absolutely love seeing that. But yeah, Zio, obviously going into we did a little prediction the other day, and I think you went more confident than me. I went 2-1. I thought it was going to be a tight game. I mean, I'll let you start summarising what your thoughts on that. How you feeling?
I just feel like we definitely picked the right manager. I remember at the start, we was like Poch or Ten Hag. I don't think Poch would have came in and done this. I think our mentality shifted. I think, yes, he keeps playing our first team, but we looked like we didn't even really need to get out of first gear until we started trying to cling on at the end to defend. But even still, it was just routine defending, just being solid at the back. I think we took our chances. And we also looked like we could have scored some more. We had some unfortunate moments where things just didn't fall our way to score some more. I think Newcastle are a very good team and we should be very proud of that win. And I don't care if it's a Mickey Mouse Cup or whatever, you can only win what's in front of you. And so far, he's in with a chance of winning everything that's in front of him. Everything that's been put in front of him, he's saying, I'm going for it. So yeah, what more can you want from your manager? Hopefully.
I was going to say, any more respect on Weggy's name yet or what?
No.
What?
No. He had one good shot in that match. I will admit that's it though.
Oh, I think it's not quality. That's the wrong word, but yeah, I like him. And it's even the end, just taking it all in. I just felt emotional for him. I was like, come to United, win a trophy. Love that. I'm absolutely buzzing. You can probably tell I've got a massive smile on my face. I will get for everyone's comments in a minute as well. But champion, I have to sing it. I'm buzzing. Strong performance, defended solidly. Martinez, Varane. A lot of people saying the best centre-back pairing in the world right now. Where do you stand on that? They are quality together.
They are
they're so good as well.
They are.
And
so
Luke Shaw has been incredible this season as well. Another one whose name I haven't seen mentioned as much.
Yeah. You're not going to say the last name in defence. Why are you not saying his name when you normally big him up?
Hello.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got an early booking and I feared the worst, and I think it was the right move to bring Wan-Bissaka on at that point. Wan-Bissaka was an absolute tank when he came on. Nobody got past him.
Exactly.
So Maximin gave up at that point. His head must have gone. As soon as he saw Wan-Bissaka coming on, he was thinking, shit, I'm not getting anywhere here. And, it's just had no chance whatsoever. But I do think it was a strong performance, defensively solid. Always looked for on the counter-attack, as you mentioned there. We had a few chances on the counter where I felt like we could have punished them. And you have that thought where you think, is that going to come back to bite us if we don't score? Don't take these chances. We're going to have a set piece. Off set pieces, I thought we defended solidly as well. So Hay made a few saves. I thought it was a comfortable final. I'm not going to say that Newcastle didn't play well, but I don't think they threatened us too much. They had a lot of the ball, but I don't think they caused too many scares for us. And I think our defence deserve a lot of credit for that as well, because we dealt with the physical aspect as well.
First few minutes, I feel like they were really making me scared, to be honest. St. Maximin, he's such a good football player, man. He's so good on the ball. And Delo was just looking like a schoolboy out there. Delo was a weak link against St. Maximin in them first few minutes. And then when Wan-Bissaka come on, St. Maximin couldn't have a sniff. And luckily our attackers took their chances, so it was already too late for him anyway. But that's why you can't be got Delo today, because overall we still won.
That Delo contributed to it. If it wasn't for Delo getting that early booking, Wan-Bissaka wouldn't have come on in that second half. And he contributed. I was spinning it to a positive. Brush says first of many, folks. George said Newcastle only had 2 shots on target. So he had a lot of the ball, but didn't really scare me too much. I felt pretty chilled watching that. If anything, I was just a bit worried that we weren't taking our chances. Your friend Casemiro did get man of the match. Casemiro, I'm running out of words to describe my love for this guy. What a player, what a man. I've seen a clip of him at the end even arguing with Bruno, like, why didn't you pass it right at the end? And we've just won a trophy, mate, and he's still arguing. I just love his mentality. Everything is so crucial to us. He absolutely bosses that midfield. And I want to shout at Sabitzer when he came on as well. He made a few crunching tackles. He released Rashford a few times as well. Like, I thought he had a very good cameo when he came on. But all in all, it was a comfortable final. I'm happy we've got the first trophy in the bank, and I just hope that we can push on. I know Curlers' has message saying that he thinks we're going to get more trophies this season. You just said as well you had a feeling we could win more this season. Like, just seeing how we've competed in this final give you more confidence to do that?
I've in our last stream I was saying I'm not sure about Europa League, but now I just feel like we can win anything that we're in. The Premier League's going to be difficult, but I'm not even counting us out of that either. Like, the way that this guy has our team playing, and the way that the mentality that they're showing, and to come out and win the final. The Man United I've been watching for the past 8 years or something don't have this mentality. Like, we would have lost that final under anyone else. Do you get all I mean? So it's like I've just got all the faith in them now. And what makes it even better is even if they don't go and win any of these other things, I'm not upset. It's our first season under this manager, and we just look like we're heading in a great direction and won a trophy. So what more can you ask for? From here? It's only bonuses.
The main thing is getting those owners out, isn't it? I think that's the main thing for us. Obviously, he was there today, the Glazers, and Maguire walked straight past, which I thought was a satisfying clip to see. But yeah, it's concerning if they're sending the club boys to turn up at the final. It just worries me. That's the only downer I would say. But all in all, I'm staying on the positives. On the pitch, Ten Hag is doing a magnificent job. You mentioned that mentality shift. You've definitely shifted the resilience we've got at the back as well to hold on. They had periods where they were kind of knocking on the door in Newcastle, and we just stayed firm. And that's what I mean. I never really felt too concerned. And I've already mentioned Martinez and Varane at the back, and I thought them two were just colossal at the back. Martinez just doesn't take any prisoners. I mean, he must go home from... Imagine going home from work every single day and having blood on your head somewhere. Like, that must happen to him on a daily.
Did you see in the celebration, Bruno like slapped his head and he was like, "Yo, my head, bro."
Bruno's a troll. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Maybe the man of the match should be Ten Hag. He's a genius. How he's turned the club around in less than a year is outstanding, unbelievable. Even I think we're just beaming like from ear to ear because we're just so satisfied with what we're seeing at the minute as United fans, because it's been so doom and gloom for so long. And as you mentioned, we're definitely on the right path. We're going in the right direction. Ten Hag, what he's done to not just the team in general, but certain individuals in his team. I mentioned Luke Shaw. Wan-Bissaka has to be another one. He was dropped out for a bit. He's come back even better. There's just so many players for me to mention. Rashford, like who you'd say Ten Hag has improved, and he deserves a lot of credit. And there's still a long way to go. There's still a long way to go for sure. But what a feeling to get a trophy. I can't even talk because I forgot what this feeling is even like having a trophy. You know what I mean? So early into a season as well. Santiago says there, we are back. We are back. Oh. Obviously, we have still got the FA Cup. We've got West Ham in the FA Cup on Wednesday. And then we have got Liverpool next weekend as well. And on heart, like, what else do you see us winning this season? You said we could win one more. Like, what hand on heart can you see us winning then?
I know I said it's going to be the hardest one out of all of them, but I think it's going to be Europa. Or the Premier League. I don't think we're going to win thingy, but I think I wouldn't put it past us to win the Premier League. I just really wouldn't.
You're just high at the minute on just lifting a trophy.
How much points behind are we though? Like, really?
He's not off the cards. He's not off the cards, but I think we need to have a lot of favours in our way along the way. You know what I mean? In terms of other teams dropping points and stuff. It's not out of reach, but I think it's a bit hard.
8 points.
Yeah, we haven't played this weekend, have we? So
neither of Arsenal.
Look at the games played. Europa League is going to be more tough than the FA Cup. So Shivan, definitely is going to be more tough. Imagine though, Ten Hag first season. I mean, I'm already buzzing that we've got one trophy, but imagine if he did go and pick up a second or even a third trophy in his first season. Like,
it will almost go against him.
Nobody managed it.
It will almost go against him, because next season, like, if he doesn't do something spectacular, everyone's going to be on him, ain't they? Not me and you, but like, some fans are
the expectations have gone up.
Yeah, so it's almost, it's like if he doesn't win anything else, that'll probably be better for him as a person.
Yeah.
Although the gas levels will be better if he wins something, but next season will be a bit sticky if he doesn't do as well. So
Connor said Newcastle, they were worthy opponents on the day. They played the heart out. They just didn't do well enough to trouble the hair. Big up to them. Yeah, definitely. Like I say, they had plenty of the ball. It was just that they didn't trouble our goal enough. Like, I didn't feel on edge really at any point. But I think you have to give credit to our defence for that. I think Izaki came on and he obviously had the ball like between. He was just driving at our defence and trying to make something happen. But because we were so strong and so organised at the back, like we just didn't really allow that. I've got
The
a
players
mate who's a
throw
Newcastle
themselves
fan.
in front of the ball and stuff. Like we ain't seen things like that for ages. Players like throwing themselves on the floor.
Celebrating it as well. Like,
that's what I mean.
I've got a friend who's gone all the way to London to watch. I think he's in like Trafalgar Square or somewhere. Didn't get a ticket, but he's gone down to London. He's a Newcastle fan. And before the game, like I remember us saying, like, "May the best team win," kind of thing, because it was one of them. Like, it was a tough final. It could have been anyone's game, and luckily we were resilient and we held our own. And then like you say, took our chances on that counter attack. And the Rashford one, I was a bit of luck it leaps over. But the Casemiro one, what a header that was, and he's a big game player. Not talk about him being a CDM, but he's adding some goals as well. Your friends,
Yeah, I was so happy when he scored that. And then them offsides, I don't even get them. Some of them I see and they give offside, and some of them they don't. They put it onside. I don't even get what they're doing.
It's the angle, isn't it? To be fair, when I was looking at from the angle VAR had when it was like frozen on the screen, I was thinking that Trippier, and I think it was Wilson. Looked like they were just about playing him on. But then from the other angle,
toenail,
man. It's off. Like,
yeah, his toenail.
They're looking at.
But offside was not created for that. It was to stop goal hanging, was it not? So if it's that tight, then it's not. Do you get what I mean? I don't like it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
but
so
it used
happy
to be the advantage to the attacker, didn't it? But obviously that went out the window with VAR. So
it's just crazy. But I'm so happy you got that goal. It was a great header, and I'm just so happy for him because everyone already loves him, and to add goals into it as well, it's just like
in a final. Like,
do you get what I mean? Like,
and apparently people said he came for money. Like, no way. Like, no way. Jules said a big reason for Newcastle having a lot on the ball is because De Gea keeps doing long kicks, and against a team like Giants, Newcastle, he just sees possession. Yeah, 100%. We all know his distribution is a weakness for De Gea. I do think he has got a bit better, but you can still see he's a bit shaky with the ball at his feet, especially when being pressed. But I'm just grateful he didn't do a Courtois and let it bobble up off his knee and just feed it to their centre forward, to be fair. So, yeah, we move with that one. Wilson, it was Wilson who kept him on. What a week, fantastic. What a week indeed for United fans beating Barcelona. Or beating Leicester, Barcelona.
Yeah, I forgot.
So much has happened to you. It's been a mad week. And credit to the players and the manager. The goalkeeper typically has most time and space on the pitch to pass. It's true. Curly said the Liverpool game will define the title. We win that and we are going to really push for that title. Our run is miles easier, and that's a good point. That is our biggest banana skin, you'd say, of the remaining games, is that Liverpool. If we get that one out of the way with a win, we have definitely got the best running in the last few games. I think Arsenal have still got to go to City and to Liverpool. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting run of games, that last run. But we do need to, one game at a time, one game at a time. Maybe we'll rotate a little bit against West Ham. Not really Ten Hag style to do that, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just celebrating.
If he gets top four, what more can you ask for?
That was always the objective, wasn't it? That was always the objective. And it's been a magical week. I think the highlight was Ten Hag having dinner with Fergie. That started it all off, didn't it? That little picture started it all off. I read a quote from Ten Hag earlier as well, actually. I don't know how true it was, and if anyone can confirm it is. I saw it on Twitter. Ten Hag apparently, he was asked about meeting people around the area after you always see him out on his bike and stuff in the little village where he lives.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like, if you want to be a manager of a club, you need to know the area, you need to know the culture, you need to get to know the people. And I thought, is there anything not to love about this guy? He just seems to have it to a T. But yeah, I don't know how true that was, but it seems that is his ethos. Really likes to get to know the local area, not just obviously the club, but gets everything about. And he can't put wrong at the minute for me. Ten Hag, everything he does just seems to turn to gold, doesn't he? At the minute, his changes, you mentioned earlier, tactically, his substitutions are effective, and I thought they were again today. I'm just buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Carabao Cup, first one. What's your thoughts as well on Maguire lifting it with Bruno? I like to see that. I thought that was the right thing.
I didn't watch the lifting of it, Is that what happened?
Yeah, so Maguire and Bruno shared the lifting of the trophy, which I thought was nice.
Weird tradition,
Of course, Ten Hag getting the loudest cheer out of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just look, and you always see, at the end when they're celebrating as well, and you see the kind of way that he's gelled with the players. He had his arm around the low, and then he's there dancing with Martinez and Anthony. You can see the players absolutely adore him, as well as the fans, obviously. Eric was even blessing babies, so I saw that. He was holding.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, in the car.
And then someone put Javi's face on it. Someone put Javi's face on the baby. I saw that as well. That cracked me up. I saw. I think when he got to Wembley early as well, one of the mascots, one of the kids. Wanted to say hello to Eric, and then he stopped and he said to the parents, do you want to have a picture as well? And he stopped and he invited them to take a picture, and I just thought, class. Like I say, he can't do foot wrong at the minute. To be honest,
why? I knew you was gonna do that. I knew you was gonna do that.
I thought Weghorst was fabulous, and I see at the end. This is the bit I was on about. He's just crouching down, and he was just looking at the fans, just adoring. He's just smiling. He's just taking it all in. I love that. You can see that he loves United. Like you can see, he loves it. Like he works his socks off. And I know, quality-wise, you'd say he isn't what we need to be our final piece of the jigsaw, and we all know that. But his work ethic, it brings us something different, and he just loves to be at the club. And I don't think you ask any more from a temporary signing like that. Like. Yeah, and fair play to him. Come to United and winning a trophy, like the first time we've won a trophy in 6 years, and he's there to do it.
More successful striker than Harry Kane.
Here we go again. Who did you compare Kane to the other day as well? I swear you compared him to someone funny.
Wasn't it him?
No, it wasn't him.
I swear it was him. I think it was him.
The Liverpool fan, Sky Sports Man United journalist from Leicester Ready said Ten Hag likes to get to know the city. Yeah, he likes to get about and get to know the people, which is quality. Where it was a beast today, he scared that back line and fought for every kick. He worked his socks off. He did. And also from set pieces, he's height in there as well. That made me feel a bit more reassured because we're quite a short team, really. And Newcastle obviously got people up to like Dan Burn. So yeah, I feel like he plays a crucial.
I'll tell you something. Actually, I'll give him props for one thing. I remember actually, he came back into the box and tackled someone who was kind of through on a. To get a shot.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Actually, his leg round.
To be fair.
No, his work rate is quality. Football, what a beautiful game. Said Mystic, when you're winning, it definitely is a beautiful game, isn't it? And then Weghorst may not have great quality, but he certainly has contributed well to them. 100%. But yeah, I'm ecstatic. I'm buzzing. I cannot wait for the next game now, and that's how I feel at the minute as a United fan, especially when we've got players like Casemiro fit. I just cannot wait for that next game. So I'm buzzing. We've got West Ham on Wednesday, Zeo. How are you feeling about that one?
I am worrying about our players playing so much. So it wouldn't surprise
me. I was just laughing. I just remembered this. Honestly, Anthony burned badly. Like, Cruyff turned him, then he chopped, and then he chopped. And he was dizzy. Joel Linton had enough and just walked over and then grabbed Casemiro around the neck. I was like, right, wrong player. What are you doing? Quality. Sorry.
I hope Anthony... Now, I was like, I hope Anthony learns the balance between how much of that he should do and when to, like, do you get what I mean? Because I think he can take on players, but sometimes it gets a bit annoying. So I hope as he gets more used to it, he gets like, you know what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain it. I hope he understands.
Anthony gives us good balance. Like, even, which is remarkable really for a player like him, a flair player, you'd probably associate with being a luxury player. He just stands up kind of thing, stands up top. But like his work rate, getting back, he's a good defender as well. Like many times he got back and he's wrapped his foot round and he just, and I think he gives us good balance. So I do agree with you that final third is decision making. Sometimes he likes to beat a player twice when actually
when there's no need for it. Yeah. So I hope he sorts that out.
Yeah.
What was you asking me before that though?
Burn got burned. I did just. I was asking you about the West Ham game. How confident are you going?
Oh yeah. So I hope we're not burnt out. We might start slowly, or we might have some slow moments because he keeps playing the same team and he wants to go with his strongest team. So that wouldn't surprise me. But I think our mentality is so strong and our morale is so good right now. Our players are really dragging themselves through it, and I think we're going to get another win. We definitely don't look like losing anytime soon. So I'm saying bring on when the Liverpool game is and all of that, because I think everyone needs to look out for us right now. I think we're the team to watch right now.
Definitely. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, whether we like it or not, we're classed as being in a title race. So of course, I even Bernardo Silva was interviewed on Soccer AM the other day, and he was saying like, of course, like we want to try and catch up to Arsenal. And they said, but it's also United as well. Like the teams are aware of us being in and around that now. But for us, like I said, just one game at a time. I do think that Liverpool game is massive. If we can get through that with a win, then our running, it'll be interesting for sure. But obviously we need, again, one game at a time, because we know what this league's like. You can beat Liverpool, but then the following week drop points, and we don't want to do that. We want to be consistent from now until the end of the season. And keeping players fit will be a big part of that. So maybe West Ham will rotate a few players. We'll start stronger and rotate a bit later on.
Yeah, he might do that.
Get the game done by an hour ideally, and then be able to take players off. That would be the ideal situation. But it'd be interesting to see where we go. But Zeo, I'm so glad that we managed to do a show together. We've actually won a trophy. I'm going to go and just scroll through Twitter all night now and watch Ten Hag dancing, because that's just what I want to do in my evening. But guys, please hit a like on the video. Make sure you go and follow Zeo on all socials as well. Zeo, let people know.
at Zeo Leonardo on anything that you want to follow me on. Yeah, and go and tell them yours.
I will tell them mine. Guys, make sure you go follow Zeo. Soph Richo on Twitter, Soph Richo with a kiss on the end on Instagram. And then please make sure if I have missed your comments, just drop the comments underneath. We're going to go and celebrate that win. I'll definitely get back to you. But yeah, come on, United. First trophy in the bag. Let's move on to the next one now. Take care, guys. Cheers.
Safe.